Hey, howdy there again, folks. You got, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering of my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler platter review series videos I've been doing for a little while now. We're going to go over there and try food and drink items. I eat stuff, drink stuff, and I talk about the stuff I let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that you can go over there and consume at your leisure or not. It's just whatever works for you in relation to the viewing of this show for whatever reason that you might be viewing it. That's how it goes. I can't, I'm working on the technology, but I haven't figured out quite yet how to jump through my phone into the internet, something along the lines of Freakazoid for older folks like myself, and pop out and go over there and yell at you to go over there and do what I tell you to do. We'll get there one day, folks. We'll get there one day. Anyway, I eat stuff, I drink stuff, I talk about it. Inside the truck, if you watch my videos, if I'm inside the truck, then I was on a place or a thing, and I found a thing to try. There you go, folks. So what am I trying for y'all today? Boom! We've got, you see, normally the boom, it's a reveal, like the boom is a reveal. It's still a reveal, but it doesn't actually explain what this is. So, what this is, folks, aside from being a Speedway Club Chill, and I'm going to go into that in a minute. So, a little while ago, a few videos ago, the time I'm doing this, I did a review of Brisk, Blood Orange Brisk. New flavor they got out. Video's actually done okay for itself, by my video standards anyway. Go watch that video. But, even in that video, my fellow Wenzel Rob, looking out for you, Rob, good dude, he'd mentioned that where he was, they had it in SLURPEE format. And wouldn't you know? Now here's why that's a good and a bad thing for me personally. It's a good thing because I enjoy SLURPEE. I enjoyed the Brisk Blood Orange stuff. Again, go watch that video. So, it's a nice fusion together. Mind you, it's not the most fused together at this point. The machine was kind of like, bleh, but thing is, I'm fairly certain that this flavor is, I know it's a limited edition flavor. So if you're watching this like 2 years from now, probably not there. Although sometimes they keep limited edition flavors around for a good long time. This is technically a SLURPEE. SLURPEEs come from 7-Eleven. But Brandon, it's in a 7-Eleven thing. Clearly you went over there and used your disguise as a freaking wigged out homeless guy, brought in your own thing, and then went over there and grifted them, right? No, why the hell would I do that? I could probably get away with it. But no, sadly for anyone who might not know, if you happen to live or, have a Speedway that you enjoy, you won't for much longer. Speedway was completely bought out by 7-Eleven, so now they're transitioning to 7-Elevens. That means the Speedway by my house has been the Speedway by my house as long as I've lived at this house, will, in the upcoming days, I don't know how long it's going to take, become a 7-Eleven. It's a little bit disappointing for me. For one reason, I don't like corporate homogeny. I don't like it. I don't like it when big corporations start eating up other big corporations and start giving us less options. That's not good for the consumer. Other thing, and mind you, nothing against 7-Eleven. I got no problem with them. I even watched a thing not too long ago about like their whole corporate structure and how like Japan basically bailed their ass out. It's interesting. But it also means that all of the Speedway specific items, most of those are gone now over by the one that I'm at. Now it's all 7-Eleven stuff, which again, fine, but I'd rather have the option. And the other thing that's very specific to me, I have both a Speedway card and a 7-Eleven card. And I have quite a bit of points on both of the damn things because working at night and doing stuff, it's not uncommon for me to visit these places. If this ends up negating my Speedway points, I will burn 7-Eleven as a corporation to the ground. There had better be some way for these things to be transferable or something. Okay, 7-Eleven execs. I'm a cool guy. Pretty chill. I know I look a little bit disheveled. Just got off of work. Don't make me go all Tyler Durden on you. Okay? Freaking Fight Club style. I don't want to do that. I'm not even that big a Fight Club. Big a fan of Fight Club. It's an okay movie, but It got way too hyped up before I saw it. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, let's try a thing, folks. Now I'm going to try, because the whole bottom is kind of liquid and can't really get it to swish back together. So I'm going to try to kind of get it from the middle so that I'm getting like a proper Slurpee. Oh, okay. Now, I will say this about Speedway versus 7-Eleven. I do typically like 7-Eleven's frozen drinks more than Speedway's. But that's on Speedway's own ass. Speedway for a while. Oh, I just realized they're not going to have the, I'd have to check and see if it's still there. Speedway actually had an exclusive Mountain Dew flavor. I've done a bunch of Mountain Dew stuff. Go watch those videos. And first they had the Mountain Dew Spark, but then that became like a national thing. Everybody has that now. But they actually had one, I think it's called like Ignition or something. You could only get it from fountain drinks there. But before that, they had Pitch Black. Pitch Black was, although not an exclusive flavor to them, you could get it at fountains there. And it was like, I think they had an exclusive thing for fountain drinks. And you could get frozen drinks. Frozen Pitch Black. Pitch Black is my favorite Mountain Dew. It was amazing. Then they switched it out for the Ignition, which Ignition is fine, but I don't even think they did for, you don't care. So, the item at hand. It's good. I enjoy it quite a bit. As someone who enjoys frozen drinks, one of the key things that you need to be a little bit concerned about when it comes to, making a frozen iteration of a drink, you're naturally going to be watering it down to some extent. Because it's not like they just go over there and take the normal stuff and have it swig through the thing. It's a new, concoction version of the thing. So you risk losing a certain amount of flavor, and at the very least, you're going to be altering it to a pretty substantial degree. Now, in this case, it is altered, but it's not diminished. And in the alteration, it's actually not a bad thing. One of the comments that I made about the actual Blood Orange Brisk was that I'd hoped, with it being blood orange flavored, that it would have more of a bite to it. And I felt that it was a little bit lacking in that capacity. This actually probably has a little bit more bite to it than the standard Blood Orange Brisk. Kind of comes through at the end. It's this nice sort of orange citrusy hit. I like that. That's really nice. And it's actually a really nice aftertaste. Now, that said, comparatively to, the normal stuff, the non-frozen version, that's still probably going to be more overall flavorful since, you're not competing with the frozen, aspects of it. So, strictly as a drink, that's more what I would go with. But this is more fun as a frozen treat. I enjoy this quite a bit. Yeah, I enjoy that. It's a different type of enjoyment than the normal Blood Orange Brisk, but really what I'm gauging this as mostly is as a frozen beverage, as a Slurpee, as a Speed, whatever you want to consider it. That's really what I'm judging it as. And in that regard, this is a good flavor because, again, you have to get the flavor right. I've had Slurpees and other beverages where you go to try it, it just feels too muted. This is definitely not the case. Taco Bell is actually really good for that. Say what you want about Taco Bell. Their frozen drinks are some of the best, in my personal opinion. And they always are very flavorful. They had an exclusive one, another Mountain Dew one. Mountain Dew had this weird thing a number of years back, maybe 3-4 years ago, where they had all these sort of high-end Mountain Dews that came out, where they had more refined flavors and stuff. And one of them made it to Taco Bell as an exclusive flavor for their freeze drinks. And man, was it good. I think I probably ended up getting about, during the run of its life, which I think was about a month, I think I probably got 4 or 5 times and at least twice I went just for the drink, so. But this drink in particular, I like the way it kind of condenses the citrus flavor. It's maybe not as sweet as the standard stuff, but like I said, it highlights that citrus aspect more, gives it a little extra bite. And I think that as a frozen drink, that's really good. I'm not saying it's good enough to go over there and justify my Speedway becoming a 7-Eleven. Because I have a 7-Eleven. I can go to a 7-Eleven if I need to go to a 7-Eleven. Leave my Speedway alone. I'm going to miss my Speedway. Seriously, I really will. Like, been there as long as I've been in the place that I live. Many a late night when I've made my way over there and stuff. But anyway, yeah, so overall, like, it's a really good drink. And like I said, regardless of corporate homogeneity and everything like that, this is a nice flavor. It's a nice team up. They did a good job with this one. I really think that they did. To that end, would I recommend it? 100%. If you're somebody if you enjoy a frozen beverage, I mean, you don't have to go for the giant one the way that I did, but, better value. Go over there and give it a shot. If you're someone who enjoys the standard blood orange Brisk, just be aware, it is going to be a little bit different, but it's still really tasty, and it's not entirely dissimilar from the standard stuff. So it's a little bit different, but it's still in the ballpark. It's like a cousin to it. And I can dig that. So anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me. If you could, 5 things for me before I get out of here. Number 1, have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, magnanimous rest of your month, an amazing rest of your year. If you could go over there and have yourselves a truly club chill rest of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, assorted others, not trying to disclude anybody. I mean, I'm not actually going to, but let's pour one out for our Speedways. I'm just saying. Final 2 things for me, folks, before I get out of here. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated, even if it doesn't always feel like it. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you do, folks. Try not to be an asshole, okay? Not always going to succeed. It's just not going to happen. You're going to have those bad days. That's why I put try at the start of it. Make the effort. Make the effort. Take a step back. Can't put the good stuff out there. Just don't take it away. Try to leave the world, if not any better, then at least no shittier. Very final thing, though, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Maybe you're going to go over there and, maybe you got it in with the head of 7-Eleven. You're going to go over there and be like, hey, 7-Eleven guy, I know we went over and we bought up all the Speedways and stuff, but, like, maybe they could still be Speedways because some people like Speedways. And while we're at it, since we're doing that, maybe we could go over there, bring back the Speedway exclusive energy drink. That was a thing. You could get the damn things for $1 and they had more caffeine in them than Monster. I'm sure they were awful for you. I think they're called Adrenaline Rush, maybe. But man, they were good if you're over there and you just had like a late night or some shit. You buy one for $1, man. Keep your ass jittery and awake. But maybe you're not in with that guy and you're going to do a different thing. And you're going to go over there, learn sign language in your off time. Bye.